It was almost midnight. The streets were quiet and the world seemed to be asleep. But Eli, a young man in his late 20s, sat by his window wide awake, staring at the city lights below. His mind was heavy. Life hadn't been fair lately. Everything he touched seemed to fall apart. His friends had moved on, his plans had failed, and his prayers felt unanswered. He whispered under his breath, "God, if you can hear me, why does it feel like you've forgotten me?" The night gave no answer, only silence. Eli wasn't a bad person. He tried his best. He worked hard. He helped others. But lately it felt like no one saw it, not even God. He looked at the clock, 12:01 a.m. Another day was about to begin, and yet nothing was changing. Tears filled his eyes. He whispered again, "I don't understand what you're doing, God. I'm tired of being patient." The next morning, Eli walked aimlessly through the park. He just needed air, a break from his thoughts. There, sitting quietly on a bench, was an old man feeding birds. Something about his calmness drew Eli closer. Without knowing why, Eli sat beside him. The old man smiled without looking up and said, "You look like someone carrying too much on his shoulders." Eli sighed. "Yeah, I've been waiting for something to change." "But nothing ever does." The old man nodded slowly. "Maybe it's not nothing. Maybe it's just not yet." The old man turned toward him and began to speak softly. "Let me tell you something, son. There was once a seed that wanted to bloom. Every day it prayed, 'Lord, when will I become a tree?' But the seed didn't know it was already growing roots underground, hidden, unseen, yet essential." He paused. "If the seed had bloomed too early, it would have died in the heat. Sometimes God hides you to protect you, not to punish you." Eli sat still. Those words sank deep into his heart. The old man continued, "You think God is silent, but he's just working behind the scenes. He's shaping you in private before he shows you in public. You are not forgotten. You are being prepared." Eli felt something stir inside him. Peace he hadn't felt in months. He asked softly, "But how do I know I'm chosen? How do I know he still sees me?" The old man smiled. "Because you're still here. Because your heart still cares. Because you're asking that question." The old man reached into his pocket and handed Eli a small folded note. "Don't open it until tomorrow morning," he said. Eli looked confused. "What is it?" The man smiled mysteriously. "A reminder that God knows your heart." Before Eli could respond, the man stood up and walked away slowly through the mist. The next morning, sunlight touched Eli's face. He reached for the note on his nightstand and opened it. Inside, in shaky handwriting, were just 5 words. "You are not forgotten." "God!" Eli's eyes filled with tears. At that moment he realized, maybe God wasn't silent. Maybe he was speaking softly all along, waiting for Eli to slow down and listen. That day Eli went back to the park. But the bench was empty. No old man. Just a few breadcrumbs where he had fed the birds. Eli smiled through his tears. He didn't need to find the man anymore. He had found his faith again. Dear listener, if you are hearing this tonight, this message isn't just for Eli, it's for you. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. God sees your tears. He knows your heart. Every quiet effort, every sleepless night, every time you smiled while breaking inside. Sometimes your silence is not a punishment. It's a season of protection. God hides his chosen ones until they are ready. And if you're still waiting, you are one of them. Final message for narration outro. Before tomorrow morning, take a moment to breathe and whisper, "Thank you, God, for still working in my life, God, even when I can't see it." Because sometimes the miracle isn't what changes around you. It's what changes within you. Moral of the story, God hasn't forgotten you. He's just preparing you. Your delay is not your denial. It's divine timing. You are chosen. You are loved. You are seen.